It's 2:19 a.m. and my room's a cocoon of shadows. The only light's from my phone, a soft glow that feels too bright for how heavy my heart is. Lo-fi beats hum through my earbuds, slow and mournful, like they're trying to hold me together but don't know how. I'm sprawled on my bed, hoodie pulled up, strings tangled, staring at the ceiling where the paint chips look like constellations. My thumb's hovering over our old Deems, the ones from summer 2019, when we were just strangers who clicked. I shouldn't be here, digging up the start of us, but it's like I'm chasing the moment we became something. I keep typing, "I miss you" in my notes app, but I never send. I never will. I'm fine, I tell myself, but my eyes are stinging and I know I'm lying. We were nothing special at first. Just two kids in a messy group chat. One of those ones with too many people, all shouting over each other with memes and dumb jokes. It was June, I think, post-finals, when everyone was hyped for summer but too broke to do anything real. I was the quiet one, always reading, rarely typing, just vibing in the background. You were different. Loud, not in an annoying way, but like you owned the chat. Your messages were quick, sharp, always with a smirk emoji or some sarcastic y'all or wild. I'd smile at my screen, but I never thought you'd notice me. I was just there, you know? Invisible. Or so I thought. It started with a random DM. You slid into my inbox one night like 11 p.m. with a meme. A crying cat, with the caption, "Me after failing chem." You wrote, "Bet this is you, Aaron." I laughed, caught off guard, my heart doing this little skip. I wasn't expecting it, wasn't ready for you to see me. I typed back, "Nah, that's you, Mr. I didn't study." Trying to sound chill, but my hands were shaky. You replied, "Lamau," called out, with a fire emoji, and just like that, we were talking. Not in the group chat, but us, alone in this tiny digital bubble that felt like a secret. It's 2:27 a.m. now, and I'm scrolling through those early messages, my chest tight. They're so simple, so innocent. Memes, emojis, dumb banter about school. But they meant everything back then. You'd send me stuff at random hours, like a TikTok at 1 a.m. with, "Why is this us?" And I'd watch it, laughing in the dark, wondering how you knew me so well already. I'd reply, "Yo, too real." But inside, I was freaking out. Why me? Why is he picking me out of everyone? I didn't get it, but I didn't want it to stop. We started, staying up late, way past when the group chat died down. It was like the world went quiet, and it was just us, trading messages under the covers. You'd send voice notes sometimes, your voice low and a little scratchy, like you'd been talking for hours. "Yo, tell me something real," you'd say, and I'd freeze, my heart racing. I'd send one back, mumbling about how I felt like I didn't fit in anywhere, how I was scared of messing up. You'd listen, then reply, "Nah, you're dope. Don't overthink it." I'd play those notes on loop, lying in bed, feeling seen for the first time. Our convos got deeper, bit by bit. You told me about your mom, how she worked too much, how you felt like you had to be the funny one to keep everyone else from falling apart. I told you about my anxiety, how I'd spiral over the smallest things, how I felt like nobody really got me. You'd text back, you don't gotta hide that shit with me." I stared at those words, my screen blurry, wondering how you could say exactly what I needed to hear. I wanted to say, "You're my safe place," but I didn't. I just sent a heart emoji, hoping you'd read between the lines. It's 2:36 a.m., and my throat's tight, like I'm choking on all the things I never said. I open a screenshot I took back then, one of your messages. You make the late nights better. You sent it at 3:12 a.m., July 2019, with a moon emoji. I saved it like it was a love letter, hid it in my locked folder. I was already falling, even then, but I didn't know. I thought we were just friends, just vibing, just laughing through the night. But every time my phone buzzed, every time your name lit up, my world felt a little less heavy. We started sharing music, and that's when it really hit. You sent me a song one night, Golden by Harry Styles, with a caption, "This is my vibe. RN." I listened, and it was like you'd cracked open your heart and let me peek inside. The beat, the lyrics, the way it felt like summer and freedom. It was so you. I sent back, "Slow Dancing in the Dark" by Joji, saying, "This is me at 2 a.m." And you replied, "Damn, you got layers." We kept going, trading songs like they were secrets, building a playlist that felt like ours. I'd listen to your pics on repeat, lying in bed, imagining you listening to mine at the same time. It was our language, our way of saying what we couldn't out loud. I remember the night I knew it was more than friendship. It was August, 2 a.m., and we were texting about nothing. Some dumb movie we both hated. You sent a voice note, laughing, saying, "Yo, you get me like nobody else does." I played it 10 times, my heart pounding because it felt like a confession. I typed, "Same," or "kinda my favorite," and hit send before I could chicken out. You replied, "Kinda? I'm her whole favorite," with a winking emoji, and I laughed, but I was shaking. I wanted to say, "I'm falling for you," but I deleted it like always. I was too scared, too sure I'd ruin it. It's 2:45 a.m. now, and my eyes are wet, the lo-fi track looping, but not loud enough to drown out the ache. I'm back in those summer nights, when your texts were my lifeline, when your laugh was my favorite sound. We'd stay up until the sky turned gray, ignoring the "you awake" texts from the group chat because we didn't need them. It was us, our DMs, our late-night laughs, building something I thought would last forever. I didn't know then how fragile it was. How one day you'd stop replying. How I'd be left typing, "I miss you," into the void. I open our old chat, the one I haven't touched in months. Your last message is still there, from way later, but I scroll up back to 2019, to the nights when we were tight. "You make me laugh like nobody else," you wrote, and I saved it, because it felt like proof you cared. I want to text you now. Want to say, "Remember when we were us?" But I won't. I type it out instead, in my notes app. "I miss you. I miss who we were." My thumb hovers over the keyboard, but I close the app, set my phone, down. The ceiling's still there, watching me fall apart. "I'm fine," I say, but my voice cracks and the tears slip down my cheeks. I pull my hoodie tighter, curl up smaller, and let the lo-fi carry me away. "I'm fine." I lie, but I'm not. Not yet. It's 2:53 a.m. and my room's a quiet void, the kind that swallows everything but my thoughts. My phone's in my hand, its dim glow the only thing keeping me from disappearing into the dark. Lo-fi beats hum through my earbuds, soft and wistful, like they're trying to cradle my heart but can't quite reach it. I'm curled up on my bed, hoodie pulled tight, the sleeves bunched over my fingers, staring at the ceiling where shadows flicker like old memories. My thumbs scrolling through our old DMs. Back to fall 2019, when we fell hard, when heart emojis and 3 a.m. texts were our love language. I shouldn't be here, reliving the rush of us, but it's like I need to feel it again, even if it hurts. I keep typing, "I miss you" in my notes app, then deleting it, like always. "I'm fine," I whisper, but my chest is heavy and I know it's a lie. We'd been tight for a few months by then, ever since those random summer dams turned into something more. The group chat was still there, buzzing with memes and plans, but it was just noise. The real stuff was happening in our private thread, where we'd talk until the world felt small, just us. It was September, school back in session, but the nights were still warm and we'd stay up way past when we should have, texting like time didn't exist. You'd send me a message at 3 a.m., something like, "You still awake?" with a moon emoji, and I'd reply, "Duh. You know me." My heart racing because you did know me, better than anyone. It's 3:01 a.m. now, and I'm deep in our old chats, my eyes stinging as I read your words. You started using heart emojis, not the red ones, but the purple ones, like they were special, just for me. You make my nights better, you'd write, and I'd stare at it, my breath catching, wondering if you meant it the way I hoped. I'd send back, same, or my vibe, trying to play it cool, but inside, I was a mess. Does he feel this too? Is this real? I'd overthink every message, every emoji, but I couldn't stop. You were my gravity, pulling me in, and I was falling hard. We started sharing more than jokes and songs. You'd send me pictures at random. A streetlight glowing in the fog, captioned, "This is giving us energy." I'd send one back, my window streaked with rain. "This is my mood ren." It was like we were collecting pieces of each other's worlds, building something only we understood. I'd save every photo you sent, tucked away in a hidden folder, like they were treasures I couldn't lose. I'd look at them during the day, in the middle of class when the teacher wasn't looking, and smile like an idiot. My friends would nudge me like, "Who's got you acting unwise?" And I'd shrug, say, "Just a vibe." But it was you. Always you. One night, you sent me a song. "Falling for You" by the 1975. No caption, just the link. I listened and it wrecked me. The lyrics, the dreamy guitar, the way it felt like it was written for us. I was in bed, lights off, and I swear I could feel you through the phone. I typed, "Yo, this is too much," and hit send before I could overthink it. You replied, "Good, it's supposed to be." My heart stopped. I wanted to say, "Are we doing this? Are we in love?" But I didn't. I sent "You got me in my feelings" with a crying emoji, hoping you'd read the truth in it. You sent back a purple heart, and I saved it, like it was a promise. It's 3:09 a.m. and my throat's tight, like I'm choking on the weight of those nights. I open a voice note you sent back then. October 2019, 3:47 a.m. "Yo, I'm just lying here, thinking about you," you said, your voice soft, a little slurred from sleep. I played it so many times I memorized the pauses, the way you laughed at the end. I'd listen to it when you weren't online, when I was scared you'd disappear. I'd type replies I never sent. "I'm thinking about you too, always," and delete them, terrified of saying too much. But I was so gone for you, and I think you knew it. We started FaceTiming late at night, when the world was asleep. You'd call at 2 a.m., your face lit by your lamp, hair messy, eyes heavy but bright. We'd talk about everything. Your dreams of moving to a big city, my fear of never being enough. You'd say, "You don't get it, or already enough." And I'd laugh, but my heart would ache because I believed you. We'd fall asleep on the call sometimes, your breathing soft through my earbuds, and I'd wake up to your face still on my screen, pixelated but perfect. I'd screenshot it, save it because it felt like proof we were real. Texting was our lifeline. You'd send me good morning texts, simple stuff like, "Hope her day's as dope as UA." And I'd reply, "Betters too." But I'd be smiling all through breakfast. We'd send TikToks during class, hiding our phones under the desk, and I'd have to bite my lip to keep from laughing. You'd caption them, "This is so us." And I'd save everyone, replaying them when I was alone, trying to hold on to the feeling. We were falling, and it was messy, beautiful, terrifying. I'd lie awake after our calls, overthinking every word. Does he love me? Is this too good to be true? I'd type, "I think I'm in love with you," then delete it, my hands shaking. I was so scared of breaking us. It's 3:18 a.m. and my eyes are wet, the lo-fi track fading into the next one, but it's not enough to fill the silence. I'm back in those fall nights when your texts were my world, when every heart emoji felt like a vow. We'd stay up until dawn, ignoring the world, building something I thought was unbreakable. You'd send me a message at 4 a.m. "You make me feel like I can be real." And I'd reply, "Same, you're my safe place." But I wanted to say so much more. I wanted to say, "I'd choose you every time." But I didn't. I sent a purple heart instead, hoping you'd feel it. I remember one night in November when we were texting about the future. You said, "I want to see the world with someone like you." And my heart stopped. Someone like me? Or me? I typed, "I'd go anywhere with you," and hit send before I could stop myself. You replied, "Bet? Let's make it happen." And I believed you. I thought we were forever. Thought our 3 a.m. texts were the start of something epic. I didn't know how fast it could all fade. How one day you'd stop sending hearts. How I'd be left typing, "I miss you," into the dark. It's 3:26 a.m. and my chest feels like it's caving in. I open our old thread, scroll to those November messages when we were in deep. "You're my favorite person," you wrote, and I saved it because it felt like everything. I want to text you now. Want to say, "Do you ever think about those nights?" But I won't. I type it out in my notes app. I miss you. I miss us. My thumb hovers, but I delete it, close my phone. The ceiling's still there watching me unravel. I'm fine, I say. But my voice is barely a whisper, and the tears are falling now. I pull my hoodie closer, curl up tighter, and let the lo-fi carry me away. I'm fine. I lie, but I'm not. Not when I can still feel you in every heart emoji, every 3 a.m. text. It's 3:34 a.m., and my room's a soft blur, wrapped in the quiet of a world that's asleep. My phone's in my lap. Its faint glow carving shadows on the walls, the only thing keeping me tethered to reality. Lo-fi beats hum through my earbuds, gentle and warm, like they're trying to hold the pieces of me together. I'm slumped on my bed, hoodie loose, the strings knotted under my chin, staring at the ceiling where the cracks look like rivers frozen in time. My thumb's hovering over a hidden folder in my camera roll, the one with our Polaroids from winter 2019 when our love was a vibe, all playlist promises and stolen moments. I shouldn't be here, drowning in the glow of what we were, but it's like I need to remember how it felt to be yours. I keep typing "I miss you" in my notes app, then deleting it, my heart aching with every tap. I'm fine, I whisper, but my eyes are burning and I know it's not true. We were magic back then, you and me. It was December, the air sharp with cold, but we were warm, wrapped in each other. We'd moved past late-night DMs and heart emojis into something real, something you could touch. We weren't official, not with a label, but everyone knew. Our friends would tease us, rolling their eyes when we'd show up to hangouts, always a little too close, always sharing a vibe nobody else could touch. We'd sneak away from the group, find our own spaces, a park bench under string lights, a corner booth at the 24-hour diner, your car parked under a street lamp. Every moment felt like a scene from a lo-fi music video, all soft edges and golden haze. It's 3:42 a.m. now, and I'm opening that folder, my chest tight as the Polaroids load. There's one of you, December 20th, 2019. Your breath fogging in the cold, a beanie pulled low, your smile catching the light. I took it at the holiday market when we were sipping hot chocolate, your gloves brushing mine. You laughed, said, "Yo, I look like a dork." But I shook my head, said, "Nah, you're art." You blushed, and I snapped the shot, kept it like a secret. We started collecting Polaroids, pinning them to my wall. A gallery of us. Your hand in mine. Us laughing at the diner. A blurry one of us dancing in your room to our playlist. I'd look at them when you weren't there. My heart full, thinking, this is it. This is forever. Our playlist was our heartbeat. We'd add to it together, curled up on your couch, passing your phone back and forth. You'd play something like Electric Feel by Mommet, say, "This is us, right?" And I'd nod. Add I Wanna Be Yours by Arctic Monkeys, whispering, "This is me." We'd listen, heads close, the music wrapping us in a promise we didn't need to say out loud. You'd hum along, your voice off-key but perfect, and I'd laugh. But really, I was falling deeper every second. We'd text about it during the day, sending links with captions like, add this to the vibe. And I'd save every song, every message, because they felt like vows. It's 3:50 a.m., and my throat's tight, like I'm choking on the memory of those nights. I open our playlist, the one I haven't touched in months, and hover over Lover by Taylor Swift. We added it one night, lying on your bed, fairy lights casting a glow on your face. You said, "This is cheesy, but it's kinda us." And I laughed. But my heart was screaming, "Yes, it's us." I wanted to say, "I love you," but I didn't. I just squeezed your hand, added the song, and let it play. I can't press play now. It's too much. Instead, I find a Polaroid in my drawer, one I never showed you. Me, smiling, your jacket draped over my shoulders. I look so happy, so sure. I don't recognize that girl anymore. We were always together, even when we weren't. You'd text me in the middle of class, a sneaky thinking of you under the desk, and I'd blush, reply, "Get back to work, loser." But my heart would be racing. We'd send TikToks at lunch, the kind with soft filters and lyrics about love, captioned, "You see this? It's us." I'd save them, watch them later, my stomach fluttering. We'd FaceTime after school, you sprawled on your bed, me in my hoodie, talking until our voices were hoarse. You'd say, "I wish you were here." And I'd reply, "Same." But what I meant was, I'd give anything to be with you always. There was this one night, New Year's Eve, that's burned into me. We were at a friend's party, but we slipped out to the backyard, just us, the air biting our cheeks. You pulled me close, your breath warm against my neck, and said, "I'm so glad it's you." My heart stopped. I wanted to say, "I love you. I've loved you since the first DM," but I just leaned into you, whispered, "Same." We kissed as the fireworks started, and it felt like the world was cheering for us. I took a Polaroid right after, your lips smudged with my gloss, both of us laughing. I kept it in my wallet like a talisman. I still have it, hidden in a box I can't open. It's 3:59 a.m. and my eyes are wet. The lo-fi track looping, but not loud enough to drown out the ache. I'm thinking about how we planned everything. Summer trips, matching tattoos, a road trip to nowhere. You'd say, "We'll blast our playlist, just drive." And I'd nod, already seeing it. We never did those things, but they felt so real, so possible. I believed in us, in our vibe, in the way you'd look at me like I was the only one in the room. I thought we were untouchable, that our Polaroids and playlist promises were enough to keep us safe. But I was scared, even then. I'd lie awake after our calls, overthinking every moment. What if he gets bored? What if I'm not enough? I'd check my phone, make sure your last text was still there. "Good night, my vibe." I'd save it, screenshot it, because I was terrified it'd disappear. I'd type, "I'm so in love with you, it hurts." Then delete it, my hands trembling. I didn't want to scare you off. Didn't want to ruin the magic. So I kept it inside, let it burn me up, hoping you'd see it in my eyes. It's 4:07 a.m. and my chest feels like it's collapsing. I open our old texts, scroll to December when we were peak us. "You make everything better," you wrote with a purple heart. And I replied, "You are everything." I meant it, more than you'll ever know. I want to text you now. Want to say, "Do you still have our Polaroids? Do you remember our vibe?" But I won't. I type it out in my notes app. I miss you. I miss our promises. My thumb hovers, but I delete it. Close my phone. The ceiling's still there, watching me break. "I'm fine," I say, but my voice is shaky and the tears are falling now. I pull my hoodie tighter, curl up smaller, and let the lo-fi carry me away. I'm fine. I lie, but I'm not. Not when I can still see you in every Polaroid, every song, every promise we never kept. It's 4:15 a.m. and my room's a hollow shell, the kind of quiet that presses against your skin. My phone's in my hand, It's dim blue glow burning my eyes, but I can't look away. Lo-fi beats hum through my earbuds, slow and heavy like they're trying to drown out the static in my head, but failing. I'm slumped on my bed, hoodie pulled tight, the sleeves damp from wiping my face, staring at the ceiling where the shadows feel like ghosts. My thumbs scrolling through our old DMs back to spring 2020, when you started fading, when read receipts and no replies became my new normal. I shouldn't be here, picking at this scar, but it's like I need to find the moment you slipped away. I keep typing "I miss you" in my notes app, then deleting it, my heart twisting with every word. I'm fine, I tell myself, but my chest is caving in and I know it's a lie. We were so solid, or so I thought. Winter had been our peak. Polaroids pinned to my wall, our playlist on repeat, your purple heart emojis lighting up my nights. But then March hit and the world turned upside down. School went online, we were stuck inside, and I thought, this is fine. We'll make it work. We'd FaceTimed at first, your face fuzzy, but still you, laughing about how Zoom was the worst. You'd text me TikToks, I'd send you songs, and we'd say, "Can't wait to see you for real." I believed it, clung to it like a lifeline. But something shifted, subtle at first, like a song slowly losing its beat. It's 4:23 a.m. now, and I'm deep in our chat, my throat tight as I read your messages. Or lack of them. You started taking longer to reply. Hours, sometimes a whole day. I'd send a meme, something dumb like a SpongeBob reaction, captioned, "This is me, Ren," and you'd leave it on read. The blue ticks mocked me, proof you'd seen it but didn't care enough to type back. I'd stare at my phone, refreshing the chat, telling myself you were busy. He's probably sleeping or gaming or dealing with family stuff. But my brain wouldn't shut up. Is he mad? Did I do something? Is he over me? I'd type, "You good?" Then delete it, scared I'd sound desperate. I was, though. I was losing you and I didn't know why. I remember the first time it really hit. April, I think. I sent you a song, Cherry Wine by Hosier, with a caption, "This feels like us, right?" You didn't reply for 2 days. 2 whole days. I checked my phone every hour, my stomach in knots, wondering if I'd said something wrong. When you finally texted back, it was just, "Yeah, it's chill." No emoji, no vibe, nothing. I stared at it, my heart sinking, and typed, "You okay?" Feels like you're off. I hit send before I could overthink it. You replied, "Just busy, don't worry." But the purple heart felt like an afterthought, like you were trying to soften the blow. I wanted to say, "I'm worried. Please talk to me." But I didn't. I sent, "Cool, just checking," and pretended it was fine. It's 4:31 a.m. and my eyes are stinging, but I keep scrolling, like I can find the exact moment you stopped caring. I find a FaceTime screenshot, April 15th, 2020. Your face half lit, smiling but distant. We'd talked for an hour that night, but it wasn't the same. You were distracted, checking your phone, saying, "Hold on one sec," every few minutes. I'd laugh it off, but it hurt, like I was losing you in real time. I saved the screenshot anyway because it was all I had left of you. I'd look at it later, alone, trying to convince myself we were still us. You started posting more on Insta, stories of you gaming, hanging out with people I didn't know. I'd watch them, my chest tight, seeing you laugh like you used to with me. You'd post cryptic captions like, "Vibes change, gotta roll with it." And I'd overanalyze every word. Is this about me? Is he done? I'd screenshot them, zoom in, like I could decode your heart. I saw you in a story with some girl, her arm around you, and my breath stopped. Who is she? Is this why you're gone? I wanted to dom you, ask, "Who's that?" But I didn't. I just hearted your story, like a coward, hoping you'd notice I was still here. It's 4:39 a.m. and my hands are trembling, the lo-fi track looping, but not enough to fill the void. I open a voice note you sent. one of the last ones, March 2020. Yo, just checking in, miss our vibes, you said. Your voice still warm, still you. I play it, and it's like a punch to the gut. You sounded like you cared, but then why did you stop? Why did you leave me on red? Leave me chasing ghosts? I clutch, my phone, tears slipping down my cheeks, and whisper, what happened? To no one. We still saw each other sometimes when restrictions eased. You'd come to the park, but it was different. You'd hug me, but it was quick, like you were already halfway gone. I'd try to hold your hand and you'd pull away. Say, chill, people are around. I'd laugh, but it stung, like I was a secret you didn't want to keep. We'd talk, but it was surface level. School, games, nothing real. I wanted to grab you. Shake. You say, where are you? Where's the you who loved me? But I didn't. I'd smile, say, this is nice, and go home to cry. There was one night, May, when I tried to fix it. We were on FaceTime, and I was so tired of pretending. I said, yo, you feel distant. What's up? My voice was shaky, and I hated it. You sighed, rubbed your face, and said, I'm just going through stuff. It's not you. But it felt like it was. I wanted to scream. Then why am I alone in this? But I didn't. I said, okay, I'm here if you need me. And you nodded, said, thanks. Appreciate it. We hung up and I knew it was over, even if you hadn't said it yet. I texted you after. I miss us. And you left it on red. I didn't sleep that night. It's 4:47 a.m., and my throat's so tight I can barely breathe. I open our playlist, the one we built when we were everything, but I can't play it. It's too heavy, like lifting a gravestone. Instead, I find a photo. One of us at the diner, your arm around me, both of us laughing. It's from January, before the fade. I was so sure of you then, so sure of us. Now it's just a relic, proof of something I lost. I want to text you. Want to say, do you ever miss me? But I know you don't. You're out there, living while I'm here, stuck in the silence you left. I'm fine, I tell myself, as the clock hits 4:55 a.m. I'm fine. But my face is wet, and my heart feels like it's splintering. I type out, I miss you. Why did you stop caring? And my thumb hovers over the keyboard. I won't. Send it. I never do. I delete it, close my phone, and pull my hoodie tighter. The lo-fi is still playing, but it's just noise now. You're fading, and I'm still here, chasing red receipts that never turn into replies. It's 5:03 a.m., and my room's a cavern, the kind of dark that feels like it's swallowing you whole. My phone's in pezzi sul pavimento. The screen cracked from when I threw it earlier, its faint glow flickering like a dying star. Lo-fi beats hum weakly through my earbuds, one side busted, the sound tinny and distant, like it's given up on me too. I'm curled up on my bed, hoodie pulled over my knees, the fabric damp from tears I didn't mean to let fall. The ceiling's there, looming, its cracks like scars I can't stop tracing. My thumb's frozen, no texts to scroll through now. Just the memory of July 2020, when you ended us, when the silence screamed louder than I ever could. I keep typing I miss you in my broken notes app, then closing it, because what's the point? I'm fine, I choke out, but my chest is a wreck and I'm anything but. It wasn't a breakup with fireworks or shouting matches. It was worse. Cold, quiet, like you'd been pulling away for months and I was too desperate to see it. We'd been fading since spring, your replies slowing, your purple hearts disappearing. But I kept holding on, convincing myself it was just a phase. I'd send you songs, memes, anything to get you back, but you'd leave me on red. Those blue ticks carving holes in my heart. By June, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't want to believe it. I thought love like ours. Polaroids, playlists, 3 a.m. promises. Couldn't just vanish. I was wrong. It's 5:11 a.m. and my eyes are burning, but I can't close them. Can't stop replaying that day. July 7th, 2020, a Tuesday. You texted me in the afternoon out of nowhere. Can we talk? My stomach dropped. I knew what that meant, but I played dumb, typed, sure, what's good? Like my heart wasn't already breaking. You called, your voice flat, like you'd rehearsed it. I think we should stop this, you said. No hesitation, no warmth. I froze, my room spinning, and mumbled, what do you mean? You sighed, said, I'm not feeling it anymore. I need to figure myself out. I wanted to scream. What about me? What about us? But my throat was locked. I just said, okay. Like I was agreeing to cancel plans, not watching my world collapse. You kept talking. Some bullshit about still caring and not wanting to hurt me, but it was noise. My ears were ringing, my hands shaking as I gripped my phone. I wanted to beg, to say, please don't do this. I love you. But I didn't. I couldn't. You ended with, we can still be friends, yeah? And I nodded, even though you couldn't see me, and whispered, yeah, sure. The call ended, and I sat there, staring at my screen, the silence so loud it hurt. I threw my phone across the room, heard the crack, and didn't care. My screams were silent, trapped in my chest because I didn't want my family to hear me fall apart. It's 5:19 a.m. and my throat's raw like I've been crying for hours, even though I swore I wouldn't. I pick up my phone, the screen a spiderweb of fractures, and open our chat. The last messages from that day. I'm sorry. You wrote after the call with a sad emoji, like that could fix it. I typed, why? What did I do? And sent it, my hands shaking. You read it, but no reply. I sent another. Please, just talk to me. And another, I don't understand. All read, all ignored. I kept going, pouring my heart into texts you'd never answer. I love you. I'm sorry. Come back. By the end, I was begging and you were gone. I stopped after a week, not because I was okay, but because I was humiliated, my pride as shattered as my screen. I checked your Insta. Couldn't help it. You were posting like nothing happened. Stories of you at the beach, laughing with friends. With her? Some girl I didn't know. Her smile in every frame. Her hand on your arm. I zoomed in, my heart racing, trying to find proof it wasn't what it looked like. Is this why? Is she better? I wanted to comment. Who's she? But I didn't. I just watched, my chest caving in as you lived a life I wasn't part of anymore. I blocked you, then unblocked you because I couldn't stand not knowing, even if it killed me. It's 5:27 a.m. and my hands are trembling, the lo-fi track skipping like my broken heart. I find a Polaroid in my drawer, one of us from New Year's. Your lips on my cheek, my eyes bright with love. I was so sure of you then, so sure we'd last. Now it's just paper, a lie I believed. I want to rip it, want to burn it, but I can't. I shove it back, slam the drawer, and clutch my phone, the cracked screen cutting my thumb. I open a voice note you sent months ago. You're my everything. And play it, even though it's torture. Your voice is still you, but you're not. You're gone and I'm here, screaming in silence. The days after were a fog. I didn't tell anyone, not my friends, not my family. I'd smile at dinner, say, I'm good, when they asked, but I was a ghost. At night, I'd lock my door, put on our playlist, and let it wreck me. Lover would play, and I'd see us dancing in your room, your hands on my waist. I'd cry until my pillow was soaked, then wipe my face because I didn't want to explain. My friends texted, you okay? You've been Mia. And I'd reply, just busy lol. But I wasn't. I was drowning, replaying your words, trying to find the moment I failed you. I broke my phone again, a month later. Dropped it during a spiral when I saw you in a friend's story, her head on your shoulder. The screen was already cracked, but that drop killed it. I didn't get it fixed for weeks, because what was the point? You weren't texting back. I got a new one eventually, but I kept the old one. Its shattered screen a reminder of how you left me. I'd hold it sometimes like it held pieces of us, even though it was just junk. It's 5:35 a.m. and my chest feels like it's been hollowed out. I open my notes app, the only thing still working on this busted phone, and type, "I loved you so much it broke me." My thumb hovers, but I don't save it. I close the app, set the phone down, and pull, my hoodie over my face. The lo-fi is barely audible now, one earbud dead, but I don't fix it. I'm too tired, too empty. I think about the last time I saw you, August, at a park. You waved, said, "Hey, good to see you." Like we were strangers. I smiled, said, "Yeah, you too," and walked away, my heart screaming, "Come back, I'm fine," I tell myself as the clock hits 5:43 a.m. I'm fine, but my face is wet and my hands are shaking. I type out, "I miss you. Do you ever think of me?" And stare at the words, my vision blurry. I won't send it. I never do. I delete it, close my eyes, and let the silence scream. The ceiling's still there, watching me shatter, and all I have left is this broken screen, these broken dreams, and a love that ended different. It's 5:51 a.m., and my room's a silent sanctuary, cloaked in the gray hush of early morning. My phone's on my chest, its screen dark, the cracked edges catching the faint light creeping through my blinds. Lo-fi beats murmur through my one working earbud, soft and steady, like a heartbeat I'm trying to match. I'm curled up on my bed, hoodie pulled tight, the hood up, strings knotted to keep the world out. The ceiling's above me. Its cracks softer in the dawn, like they're healing too. My fingers hover over my notes app, where I've typed, "I miss you" 1,000 times, only to delete it. It's October 2020. 3 months since you shattered us, and I'm piecing myself back together, one quiet night at a time. I'm fine. I whisper, but my voice trembles and the ache in my chest says otherwise. The breakup left me in fragments, like my phone's broken screen, jagged and useless. July was a blur of tears and silent screams. August a haze of pretending I was okay. I'd smile for my friends, say, "I'm good." But at night, I'd lock my door, put on our playlist, and let it gut me. I couldn't keep doing that, though. I couldn't keep living in your absence, chasing read receipts that never turned into replies. So, sometime in September, I started trying. Not to forget you. That's impossible. But to remember me. The me who existed before your purple hearts and Polaroid smiles. It's 5:59 a.m. and my eyes are heavy, but I'm too deep in my head to sleep. I'm thinking about those first steps, how small they were, how they felt like betrayal. I stopped listening to our playlist first. It was late August, 2 a.m., and I was spiraling, Lover playing for the 100th time, your face in every lyric. I paused it, hands shaking, and deleted it from my Spotify. The silence was deafening, but it was mine, not ours. I made a new playlist, called it Healing Vibes, and added songs you'd never heard. Phoebe Bridgers, Clairo, some lo-fi beats with no words, just feelings. It wasn't the same, but it was a start, a thread to pull myself up. I started going outside again, not far, just walks around the block. It was September, the air crisp, leaves starting to fall. I'd put on my hoodie, earbuds in, and walk until my legs ached. I'd take pictures of random things. A cracked sidewalk, a streetlight glowing in the dusk, a single red leaf on the ground. I didn't post them, didn't send them to anyone. They were for me, proof I could see beauty without you. I'd sit on a bench sometimes, watch the sky, turn purple, and let myself breathe. It hurt, but it was a clean hurt, not the raw, bleeding kind you left me with. It's 6:07 a.m. and my phone's battery is low, but I don't plug it in. I'm remembering how I started texting my friends again. I'd been a ghost since July, dodging their "you okay?" messages, replying with, "Yeah, just chilling," when I was anything but. But one night, I sent a meme to my best friend, a dumb one about coffee addiction, and she replied, "Lamau, back," with a heart emoji. It felt like a hug through the screen. We started FaceTiming, not about you, but about stupid stuff. Her new obsession with baking, my failed attempt at a TikTok dance. I laughed, real laughs, and it was like rediscovering a muscle I'd forgotten how to use. Social media was trickier. I'd blocked you after the breakup, but I'd still see you in mutual stories, your smile a knife in my gut. I'd zoom in, hating myself, looking for signs of her, the girl who replaced me. I stopped, though, bit by bit. I unfollowed anyone who made it hurt, muted the group chat when your name came up. I started posting again, not for clout, but for me. A selfie in my hoodie, captioned, "Vibing solo." My friends commented, "You look good." And I saved those. Not like I saved your texts, but as reminders I was still here, still worth seeing. It's 6:15 a.m. and my chest feels lighter, but not free. I'm thinking about this one night, early October, when I went to the diner alone. It was the same one we used to haunt, but I didn't avoid it. I sat in a booth, ordered fries, and wrote in my notes app. Not about you, but about the neon sign flickering outside, the way the ketchup tasted too sweet. I took a picture of my plate, blurry and unfiltered, and kept it. It wasn't happiness, not yet, but it was something, a piece of me reclaimed. I started journaling, not the aesthetic kind, but raw, messy thoughts. I'd write at night, like now, spilling everything. How I hated you, how I missed you, how I was scared I'd never feel whole again. I'd fill pages, my handwriting jagged until my hand cramped. It wasn't pretty, but it was honest, like bleeding onto paper. I'd read it back sometimes, and it was like meeting myself. Not the girl you loved, but the one who was learning to love herself. I wrote, "I'm more than your absence," and underlined it, even if I didn't fully believe it yet. It's 6:23 a.m., and the dawn's creeping in, painting my room in soft blues. I'm remembering how I started saying no to the pain. I moved your Polaroids to a box under my bed. Didn't burn them, but didn't let them haunt me either. I deleted your voice notes one by one, each click a small victory. I kept your last text. "I'm sorry." Not because I forgave you, but because it was proof I survived you. I stopped checking your Insta, stopped caring who you were with. It wasn't easy. Some nights I'd hover over your profile, my thumb trembling. But I'd close the app, put on my playlist, and breathe. I started saying yes to new things. I joined a book club, mostly to fill the hours, and found I liked talking about stories that weren't ours. I dyed my hair, just a streak of blue, because I wanted to see myself differently. My friends hyped it up, sent "Yas Queen" texts, and I laughed. Felt a flicker of pride. I wasn't healed, not even close, but I was moving, stitching myself together in the quiet with my hoodie on and the lights off. It's 6:31 a.m. and my earbuds dying, the lo-fi fading to a whisper. I'm thinking about last week when I walked by the park where we used to sit. I didn't cry, didn't flinch. I sat on our old bench, played a song from my new playlist, and watched the sunset. It was beautiful, and it was mine, not ours. I took a selfie, no filter, just me and the golden light. I didn't post it, but I kept it, a reminder that I could feel okay without you. I still have bad nights, like this one. I still wake up sometimes. Your name on my lips, your face in my dreams. But it's different now. The pain's a bruise, not a blade. I can breathe through it, can close my eyes and not see you. I'm piecing myself back together, and it's slow, messy, but it's mine. I'm fine, I say, as the clock hits 6:39 a.m., and it's almost true. I open my notes app, type, "I'm learning to be enough," and save it. I don't delete it this time. I set my phone down, pull my hoodie closer, and let the quiet hold me. The ceiling's still there, but it's not judging me anymore. I'm fine, I think, and maybe, just maybe I am. It's 6:47 a.m., and my room's caught in the tender blush of dawn, a quiet glow that feels like a fresh start. My phone's on my pillow, its screen dark but warm from my grip, a silent witness to my late-night thoughts. Lo-fi beats hum softly through my earbuds, a new playlist I've been building, one that doesn't echo you. I'm sprawled on my bed, hoodie loose, the sleeves brushing my knuckles, staring at the ceiling where the cracks seem to shimmer in the morning light. My fingers hover over a new chat, not ours, but someone else's. Someone who's sparking something in me I didn't think I'd feel again. It's April 2021. 9 months since you broke me, and I found my peace. Not in your shadow, but in my own light. I'm fine, I tell myself. And it's almost true, but there's a flutter in my chest, a mix of hope and fear I can't shake. It's been a long road getting here. Last summer, I was a wreck. My heart shattered like my old phone, your silence screaming louder than my tears. I spent months piecing myself back together, stitching my soul with late-night walks, new songs, and messy journal entries. I thought love was done with me, that you'd taken it all when you left. But then I met them, Avery, and everything shifted. Not like it did with you. Not that all-consuming fire, but something softer, steadier, like a candle in a storm. It's 6:55 a.m. now, and I'm replaying last night when we talked until the stars faded, trying to understand what it means to feel this way again. Avery came into my life by accident, through a book club I joined in November to fill the empty hours. They were the one who always had something to say, not loud, but thoughtful, their words cutting through the noise. We started chatting after meetings, first about books, then about everything else. They'd text me random thoughts like, just saw a dog that looks like it reads poetry, with a blurry piss, and I'd laugh, reply, bet it's got better taste than you. It was easy, no pressure, no ghosts. But somewhere along the way, it became more new chats, new sparks, a vibe I didn't see coming. It's 7:03 a.m. and my phone's battery is at 8%, but I don't care. I'm scrolling through our texts, not yours, but Avery's from last night. We were up until 3 a.m., trading messages about our favorite movies, then deeper stuff. How they're scared of disappointing their parents. How I'm still learning to trust my heart. They sent a song, Bloom by the Paper Kites, with, "This feels like tonight." I listened, and it was warm, like a hug through my earbuds. I replied, "Yo, this is perfect," with a heart emoji. Not purple, not yours, but blue. A new color for a new feeling. They sent back, "Glad you get it." And I smiled, my stomach fluttering, wondering if this is what moving on feels like. Last night was different, though. We met up at a park, just the two of us, sitting on a blanket under a street lamp. The air was cool, spring turning soft, and we shared a thermos of tea they'd brought, passing it back and forth. They talked about their dreams, traveling, writing, living somewhere with mountains, and I listened, really listened, not comparing them to you. I told them about my fear of falling again, how my heart still got cracks from last summer. They didn't push, just said, "You're stronger than you think," and looked at me like they meant it. I wanted to say, "I'm scared, but I like this." But I just smiled, sipped the tea, and let the moment be. It's 7:11 a.m., and my eyes are heavy, but my mind's alive, replaying that park scene. I took a photo, not a Polaroid, but a quick snap on my phone. Avery's silhouette against the lamp, their hair catching the light. I didn't post it, didn't send it, just kept it for me, a reminder that I can feel something new. I'm not in love, not yet, but there's a spark, a possibility, and it's mine, not tied to your memory. I'm learning to let it grow, to let myself feel without looking for your shadow in every corner. Texting Avery is different from texting you. You were all purple hearts and 3 a.m. confessions, a rush that burned too fast. Avery's texts are slower, steadier, pictures of their breakfast, a TikTok about cats, a random "you good?" when they know I'm quiet. I don't overthink their messages. Don't screenshot every word like I did with you. I reply, yeah, just vibing. And mean it. No panic. No fear of losing them. Last night they sent, "Park was chill. Let's do it again." And I replied, "Bet. Name the time." My heart, light, not heavy. It's new and it's scary, but it's good. It's 7:19 a.m. and the dawn's fully here, my room glowing with soft light. I'm thinking about how I've changed. I don't check your Insta anymore. Don't know if you're with her or someone else, and I don't need to. I deleted your last text. I'm sorry. Not out of anger, but because I don't need it to define me. I kept one Polaroid tucked in a box, not to haunt me, but as a piece of my story, not the whole book. I post for myself. Now, candids of coffee cups, sunsets, my blue-streaked hair, captioned, "Finding my vibe." My friends comment, "You're thriving." And I save those, proof I'm more than your absence. Social media's a lighter place now. I unfollowed the last of our mutuals, not to erase you, but to make space for me. I send TikToks to my friends, join their goofy group chat threads, and laugh at their memes. I don't lurk, don't spiral over who's in whose stories. I'm present, not a ghost. Avery follows me, likes my posts, comments. This aesthetic is fire. And I smile, reply, "You know it," without overthinking what it means. It's just nice, you know? No pressure, no pain. It's 7:27 a.m. and my earbuds crackling, the lo-fi fading, but I don't fix it. I'm remembering a night last week when I went to a cafe alone, not to mourn you, but to read. I sat by the window, my book open, and watched the rain. I took a photo, sent it to Avery with, "Rainy days hit different." They replied, "Bet you look cozy, F." And I laughed, felt seen, not judged. I wrote in my journal later, "I'm not yours anymore, but I'm mine," and meant it. I'm not healed, not completely, but I'm here, and that's enough. I still think of you sometimes, not with longing, but like a scar that itches on rainy days. You were my first love, my heartbreak, my lesson. But you're not my future. I've got new chats, new sparks, a peace that's mine. I'm not chasing your shadow anymore. I'm fine, I say, as the clock hits 7:35 a.m. And it's true, mostly. I open my notes app, type, "I'm enough and I'm growing," and save it. I don't delete it this time. I set my phone down, pull my hoodie closer, and let the dawn hold me. The ceiling's glowing, and for the first time, it feels like it's cheering me on. I'm fine, I think, and I'm starting to believe it.